One of the largest stands at Eurosatory this year, that is internally, is this one from Yugoimport of Serbia. They have brought for the first time their complete range of artillery systems. There are 3 on show here, all of which are mounted on a Russian Kamaz 8x8 chassis. That is, they buy the chassis in and then they integrate the weapon system on top of that. They've selected an 8x8 chassis because it's got good all cross-country mobility, and it's fitted with a central tyre inflation system which allows the driver to adjust the tyre pressure to suit the terrain being crossed. If we look on the left here, this is the very latest one. This was only shown for the first time last year, and it's called Alexander. It is fitted with a 155mm 52 caliber ordnance, and this particular one has a 23 litre chamber which meets the NATO Joint Ballistic Memorandum of Understanding. In the future they will also market this with a 25 litre chamber. Obviously that's bigger, so you'll have to put more propellant in, so that will give you an increase in range. What is unusual about this is you see the actual weapon is mounted on the back, and that's fed by a magazine which will hold 12 projectiles and associated charges, and once they've been fired it traverses round and another 12 are available for loading. A normal artillery system, the Nora, which we'll talk about in a minute, has a crew of 5. This particular system has the crew reduced to 3. It still has an onboard computerized fire control system, a land navigation system, and if you see on the side it has 4 outriggers. They are hydraulically deployed to the ground to provide a much more stable firing platform. A key feature of this system is that it can come into fire, carry out a fire mission and rapidly deploy within perhaps 3 or 4 minutes, and that makes the platform more survival about counter battery fire. It also has a multiple range simultaneous impact mode in which all the projectiles land on the target at the same time. So this is still under development and has not been completed to the trials, but does perhaps show the way ahead in developing a system with a fully automatic magazine holding 12 rounds. If we go alongside to the next one, as you see the chassis are very similar. This is the current Nora 155 52 caliber system. Same chassis, as you see at the front, is a fully enclosed ballistic and protected cab for the crew, which is fully air conditioned. Mounted on the top there is a 12.7mm machine gun for air defence and self-defence purposes, and the actual turret, which is manned, is mounted at the rear. This can fire all standard natures of 155mm ammunition, as well as the more exotic types, such as base bleed to give you longer range, or even rocket assist. And like the other ones, it has 4 stabilisers which are lowered to the ground before firing commences to provide a more stable fire platform. And you see two here, one either side, and there's one either side between the front 4 and the rear 4 road wheels. This particular one is in production, has been sold to a number of countries and has very good mobility. Serbia has a long tradition in developing rocket launchers, ranging from the very small ones up to the 128 and even bigger ones. This time they've bought this new one, which was first shown in the partner exhibition in Serbia last year. This is currently under development, has not been yet fully qualified, and as you can see, shows that it uses the same chassis as the Alexander and Nora 155 artillery systems. This can actually fire different types of rockets to different ranges. There's a 400mm rocket core and a 267mm rocket. These are guided, so that enables targets to be engaged at much longer range with a precision effect. The Verna 1 has a maximum range of 285 kilometres, while the shorter one, the Verna 2, has a range of about 70 kilometres. The very first one has a guidance system to give a much greater circular area of probability of about 50 metres. Few details of this rocket, the big one, have been released, but it's also called, as we said, it's Y1. It's a calibre of 400mm. It's got a maximum range of 285 and a minimum range of 70 kilometres. And it's fitted with a high explosive fragmentation warhead, and it's got a CEP of about 50 metres. So the different calibers give different range. So this carries a very long range, and the shorter rockets covers the much shorter range. So these rockets are complementary, because this one, as we said, has got a minimum range of 70 kilometres, whereas some of the other ones can cover that inner gap. As it's mounted on the same chassis, it's got very good mobility and probably can come into action, carry out a fire mission and redeploy within 5 minutes.